Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to day 15 in Crummy's Christmas countdown. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. This t-shirt, I've worn it once before and I did get a comment saying they were very disappointed that there was no more Christmas jumpers or t-shirts. Well, I appreciate this looks like just a band t-shirt, but actually you'll notice there is some holly up here, and I can only assume the AC/DC Hell's Bells, which is a song they did, but it is a Christmas song, I think. But anyway, whether it was or wasn't, I'm going to go with Hell's Jingle Bells. It is a Christmas t-shirt, even if it's not the most obvious. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's find out what beer is behind door number 15. Here we go then. This might be the first time. No, it's not. I was about to say this might be the first time a Black Sheep beer is featured on the channel, but it isn't. I did one other from them a long time ago, and to be honest, it wasn't very good. But that's a shame, because I actually really like Black Sheep. They're just one of those old school, traditional British breweries that, I don't know, most of the time they nail it. Not always, but most of. Anyway, this one is called Blitzen. Unsurprisingly from the name, it is their Christmas beer. I believe it's a Christmas red ale. Never had it before. It's the sort of beer that they should do very well, so I've got high hopes for this one. Let's find out if it's any good or not. Before we do though, here's a quick look at the bottle. Some pretty funky artwork going on there. It's a little bit modern, a little bit classic. Ruby Christmas Ale, 4%. All the usual info on the back. But yeah, they've incorporated their logo quite nicely there. A traditional beer requires a traditional glass, of course. And there we have it. In the glass then, kind of a half finger off-white head on it. Not very carbonated. Doesn't look like a lot of activity in there, but I have to say, it's quite dark. I mean, I know the camera always makes things look darker, but this is verging on kind of porter territory, if I'm honest. It's only just not black, if you like. It's yeah, that head's dissipating very quickly, but it's as dark as you like. Bit of browny red bleeding through at the bottom of the glass. But yeah, otherwise pretty pitch. Right then, aromas. Fresh, zesty, malty. Little bit of Christmas spice lingering, I think. This has got a bit of dried fruit, this has got all the hallmarks of a good Christmas beer. Traditional British hop profile. I've got high hopes already. I've got high hopes. Will it live up to expectation? Let's find out right now. Cheers. Merry Christmas. Yes, I think it does. It's got, undoubtedly, a very traditional dark ale characteristic to it. But it's got a few nods, a few spices, a few zesty notes, even a bit of, I feel like it's almost edging towards gingerbread. It's not properly gingery, but it's got a bit of that subtle warmth about it that, yeah, really goes well for this time of year. Now, I'm going to say it immediately, it's not the best Christmas beer I've had so far, but I am not disappointed, I have to say. This is proper. To say that this is available in your supermarkets, I think. No, I didn't get this in the supermarket. I got this from a bottle shop, so I don't know if this has actually hit the supermarkets or not in the UK, but look, whether it has or hasn't, if you get a chance, warming, nutmeg, bit of cinnamon, it's all in there. It's properly flavoured, this. It's a little thin. If you can tell from that, it's not the thickest. It is only 4%, but even so, the mouthfeel leaves a little to be wanted. But yeah, interesting. Right, top to bottom taste test. Let's find out what this is really all about. Initially then, pretty neutral, quite a lot of carbonation on the front of the tongue. To say it looks so flat, it's held a bit back and it's kind of releases it as it goes in. That next phase, bit of bitterness gets drawn out. It's kind of pithy bitterness though, that kind of hint to like an orange peel, that kind of thing. After that, you get nothing followed by an awful lot You get a bit of a nutty flavour, a bit of that dried fruit, a bit more going back to the zest. It's really quite a few different festive flavours in one. And to be honest, it starts reminding more and more just of a mince pie. It's got that kind of taste profile. And then on the finish, it's quite clean, it's quite refreshing. And then the aftertaste is weirdly a little nutty yet again. It's got, yeah, it has a proper mince pie-esque thing going on in there. Interesting concept. I do like it. I have to say, I do like it. It could have been done a touch better, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Right then, I think that's all the main kind of flavour points covered. So let's take a look at the bottle. So, Black Sheep Brewery Blitzen Ruby Christmas Ale, 4%. And on the back it says Blitzen once again. This cheeky festive number has been brewed using a blend of Cascade and Goldings hops with a hint of orange peel and muscovado sugar. At least I wasn't wrong about the orange peel. Yeah, absolutely. I did not pick up on the Cascade though. That's really interesting. That's not, I mean, that's just not something you get in traditional British beer very often. So, interesting way to go. It says Black Sheep Brewing PLC, Masham, North Yorkshire. I've been to their brewery. It is a great place to visit, actually. The ingredients are water, malted barley, wheat, hops, muscovado sugar, orange peel. That's all that's in it, which is pretty impressive, to be fair. So all those other flavours are coming out of those base ingredients. 500ml bottle. They give the nutrition per 100ml. It's 35 calories per 100ml, which is not information I needed. 2 UK units exactly in this bottle because it is 4%. And there's a nice little icon just at the side there. I don't know if you can see if it comes into focus or not. Focus, focus. You see that? It says Santa approved, which is a nice little festive touch, let's be honest. It's an interesting bit, this one. I like it. I do like it. I know how good Black Sheep can be when they want to be good, but it feels like ever so often when they go out their absolute core comfort zone, it never quite comes up to scratch, which is always a shame. Like, I know what you can do. You could have done it better. To be honest, the flavour profile is very festive. If you don't like mince pies, if you don't like orange peel, if you don't like nutty kind of mince flavours, you're not going to like this. Straight up, you're probably not going to like it. But if you do, it's absolutely worth a go. I just wish they made it a bit thicker, a bit syrupier, a bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more deluxe. 4%, absolutely fine. Christmas, you need session beers at Christmas because ultimately, people, you know, you're out and about all the time. Having an 8% is not that good if you've got to do several of them. So I'm glad someone's come in at the lower ABV point for a proper Christmas beer, and is that it could be improved, but at the same time, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I'm just going to do something I don't normally do and just try and come back to this and see, can I pick out the Cascade hop? So Cascade is the most prominently used hop in Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. In fact, it might be the only used hop in Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, but it's not something you get often in this style of beer, and I would have thought I'd have picked up on that, and I just didn't. So I want to kind of, I'm not really getting it in huge amounts, but there's a bite at the end of the hop that maybe you don't get in many things. And kind of thinking about it, it's a transition. In Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, there's a transition where it goes from that very US hop character into very distinct biscuity malt. I always put that down to the malt, not the hop. I'm now thinking that actually this has a similar characteristic, and I wonder if that transition is part of the natural hops kind of flavouring. But anyway, food for thought. I really don't have anything else to say about this other than if you like the idea of it, it's probably worth a try. So that really is everything. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't already subscribed, if you will be so kind, and I will catch you tomorrow for day, are we on 16? I think we're on 16. Cheers.